Well, good morning. It's the 7th. It's a Wednesday. Wow. Trump is really crazy. First of all, he wants to put a lot more money into the military. The only problem with Trump and Pence is that they won't really get anybody new on their side or was a volunteer. Like you mentioned something like they should, put the draft in. And they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna have. I went to France and they had great parades, so I'm gonna have a parade and all this. We don't do that in America. We don't like. And plus, there are plenty of people like Trump and Pence that think, and Paul Ryan that thinks that, oh yeah, well so and so did it, so let's do it, too. Oh yeah, they had a big parade. Let us have a big parade. We don't do that. You know what I'm saying? That's not how you show you're a great power, by copying other people. It being jealous of somebody else having a good parade. Because like if only thing I was thinking about, like when you put the draft back in, if you're gonna put everybody in America that's black or brown, or whatever, immigrant or whatever, and basically not be educating us in our schools, and our food is not nutritious enough for our health, keep our immune system, working properly. Environment's not healthy for it, because we have kids would have asthma and all type of things. So, not to mention childhood diabetes. Like here we have the big hospitals where they do a lot of children research, and poor babies have, a lot of babies are sick with cancer, but like it just might seem like a lot here in Memphis because of St. Jude and some other places that you know take care of children. But so we have numerous problems, and they want to spend all this money on the military, and he hasn't like brought anybody over to the Republican side, though other people except for the original, less than 1/3. I don't really think it was a third. I think that our computers have been compromised by hackers. And you gotta understand, I think Putin really is very, very smart. I think that guy in North Korea is very, very smart. I don't think that Pence is as smart as he thinks he is. Especially if he goes talks to North Korea the way he talks, to the American people. It's like you're just looking at him and thinking, I hope he believes that. Or he might be the only one that believes that. Either way, you don't believe that he's a righteous, person. That he has a lot of hang-ups and he judges a lot, and that his actions are more negative and more on the punish and it causes a lot of the people that have to put the work out to be more self-destructive, to be more sabotaging, and the people that they sabotage is going to be the citizens of the United States. And Penn and can't remember the Korean leader. Anyway, I don't want to mess up his name. Kim. Anyway, if it was just Kim, that was good. But um, um, the North Korea leader, Pence is supposed to meet with the North Korea, maybe if he, and I'm like, yeah, you don't know, Pence don't know no better but to talk the way he talks, and he's gonna be, like these are very intelligent people. These people did not get their grades. Putin didn't get his grades because he was white. Like how some people in America, the white and privileged, they get passed on a little bit more. Yeah, I know they cheat like motherfuckers. When I was in college, they just by being there, you're gonna learn something. But it's all in how you comprehend it. And we could see with Trump wanting to have a parade, with Trump wanting to put all more money in the military. How are you gonna put more money in the military when you have not had anybody that's gonna want to fight for Trump? That's not gonna want to fight for Pence, because how you gonna fight for them if like if at one moment like, oh, you might be Mexican, and they'd be like, oh well, Mexicans a bunch of rapists and thieves. Like I don't want to, you're not gonna want to work for that man. Like why should I be in the military? They're just counting on the poor whites, poor blacks, poor anybody to be, like that is that gets caught in the society can't get a job. Yeah, jobs as low as it's ever been because there's just not. Never mind. It's really like most of the jobs went anyway. So, it, uh, you know what I'm saying? So they could have a solution that would be very positive and very productive, but they don't think like that. And Putin and the North Korean, say Russia and North Korea, their leaders are very smart. They might be real geniuses because they know how to manipulate other people, to do their dirty work. Like Flint, like oh, I can't think of how to say his name, Pakalaka. But you know what I'm saying? A whole bunch of these people are very happy to go along with the propaganda that's coming out of Russia and probably China too, using as white folks say, the race card. So if you know what I'm saying, it's just like what they do in Banana Republicans and they did the South. You get the people to fight themselves. You get the natives to beat on the natives, i.e., police. You know what I'm saying? You could hire them and they'll, you could see like in Africa, they just really beat their people and you know, because of what? Because of what? When they finish when the people in the Middle East and Iran and Syria they look around, what you got? What you got? You got nothing. You got a bomb out city where you have beautiful cities and everything. Sewer, all that water, growing your own stuff. And that's the type of policies and the way that Trump and Pence think that is the way you govern a country. You know, uh, by destroying the base. Well, you destroy the base, the top's gonna crumble. You don't like blacks, you don't like this, you don't like that. All blacks, I guess all blacks supposed to be criminals. Obviously, you have not paid attention in school at all. Or to be a racist means you gotta be real ignorant. Yeah. And I know like I've known a bunch of people that are very narcissistic and evil. It seemed like a lot of people that like came from grew up like my dad's age from World War II. They'd seen a lot of carnage, because when they was in Germany, they'd seen a lot of deaths, a lot of death. Um, and this has made them had made them develop in such a way that they like that slapstick comedy, which I don't think is funny, where you see somebody fall and fall down the ladder, like not like Charlie Chaplin because he was very artistic, almost like a dance, but some of it like those people like on Punk or whatever it is, like that Jackass where they really hurt people think that's amusing. I do not find that amusing. It makes me just the opposite of whatever amuse is. It's like I cringe. I'm like, and I don't watch it. It's just horrible to me, you know. And but it's hilarious and entertaining. So there is because, and I've seen it in a lot of people that was in New York because like just face it, you know, um, a lot of people, when they had the draft, a lot of people they came back from war. They had World War II. and they had like the Korean War, Vietnam. You know, it's continuous war that we always have. We had something with Cuba, Bay of Pigs, and then we had some other. You know, we had a bunch. We never stopped being at war, and I think that's something that Trump just doesn't comprehend if he doesn't know how to do the goddamn budget. I think the budget is due anyway on the 8th, what, tomorrow? You know, and he's more worried about he wants to call people that doesn't like his speech. They think that he's a pathological liar. And just because they ain't rude like these Republicans are with their bullying and harassing, to think that that's going to stop everybody, you know, already sees the reality. So unless they got a time machine and go back and undo the shit they did. But Trump's been involved. I think what they're really going to do is what they're trying out for tax evasion, because Trump hasn't paid his taxes. Trump's been hanging out with the Russian mafia. Yeah, Putin is a Russian mafia, and they like this with China. Because if you know Russians, they'll tell you a lot of them. They came over like to the United States with the Chinese mafia. Chinese get along with a lot of people because they sell them. They want to, you know. Now they are business people, but they get along because they were brought up to respect themselves, so they act respectful. You know, Trump sees being respectful as somebody being a fool. They're not being respectful to you, Trump. It's just that they're respectful to themselves. Has nothing to do with you. The world don't revolve around Trump and his little croonies. Anyway, so they think they have to start a war or something to show their power. Under what your logic? Besides, I hate something. Because the other wars was directly to have money fall out of motherfucker pockets. You know, the oil company delivering oil to keep the troops running. The money was making food to keep the troops fed. You know, there's clothing. You know, as soon as they stopped manufacturing in the United States clothing, China took over. You know, and that's what they're hoping, that, you know, Trump and Pence will continue the behavior that helps China become a world power. And by wanting to have more money in the military, we would not trying to reach out to more Americans to enter our voluntary military, because it's not a draft, you fool. So, you know, you wanna have a march down. We don't march down motherfucking street and show. We don't show our motherfucking hand. We don't let a right hand know what the left hand's doing. I thought they was goddamn crazy. It's just a goddamn lie.